welcome back guys. Welcome to my second toy haul. This is my February toy haul of 2022. Very much like my movie haul, which I uploaded earlier. I went into the month thinking I wasn't going to get a lot, and then special offers and toy reviews I saw online changed that. I picked up some bits I didn't think I was going to pick up, and I got some stuff on special offer that I didn't think I was going to get. So it went from what I thought might be 2 or 3 figures to quite a large haul. I also wanted to share some books that I picked up with you, and some stuff I picked up at London Comic Con, which was this last weekend just gone. But before I get into any of that, I just wanted to have a quick chat. This last week has been really busy with new release toys. We had what would have been Toy Fair, so a lot of the online toy companies shared new releases that they've got coming out. For me, the team that stole the weekend was NECA. NECA just did announced some brilliant figures. The Last Ronin Turtle, that looks phenomenal. They've done 2 versions of that, an all-armoured version and then a out-of-armour version. Alf from the TV show was announced previously, but they showed some more photos and stuff of Alf. The Mummy Michelangelo looks excellent. The comic book Slash. There was some good stuff from other people as well. Hasbro did 2 live streams. They did a Marvel Legends one where they showed you the new Rhino. Also, they did a G.I. Joe where they announced a load of new Joes. Some of those look phenomenal. Dr. Mindbender looks right out of the 80s. So it was an interesting week for toy news last week. And I'm looking forward to a lot of those toys coming out. A lot of the NECA toys in particular. So, yeah, it was a busy week. I just wanted to share my thoughts on that, and I think NECA definitely stole the show. To start things off, I'm going to share with you what I picked up at Comic-Con. I didn't pick up a lot. I picked up a few bits. Mainly, I only picked up 1 toy, but I did get to meet Adrian Paul. I got a photo with him and an autograph. He was the Highlander in the TV show, Duncan MacLeod. Big Highlander fan. I've met Christopher Lambert before, so felt it only made sense with Adrian Paul being there to meet him. The con itself was very Doctor Who centric. Jodie Whittaker was there, so the Saturday was insane with the amount of Doctor Who fans. I'm not a massive Doctor Who fan, so that wasn't really for me. But I work alongside a group called Iconic Legion. They are a charity costuming group, and we were there collecting for Mind. And I took the opportunity to dash across and meet Adrian Paul. My 1 toy pickup is, I'm blaming David from Displaying Model Behaviour. It's the NECA Raphael as Frankenstein, the Universal Monsters. The details on this, I haven't taken it out of the box yet, but just looking at the details in box, the work they've put into this is absolutely beautiful. He's got like a little gas gauge on the front of his jacket, and it's all cracked and broken. His size of like the electrical look to them. This looks like a stunning figure. I can't wait to get it out of the box. I just haven't had a chance since getting back from Comic-Con. I was straight back to work, and I just haven't had a chance. But this thing is beautiful, and because of this, I'm going to have to pick up the Michelangelo as the Mummy and the Leo as Igor as well, I think. Before I get onto the rest of the toys, just a couple of other books I've picked up this month. I did pick up the new Star Wars, The High Republic. This is Midnight Horizon. I have all 6 books. I think it's 6 they've released so far. This is the gold spine. There's 2. I think there's 2 different lines going on. I haven't really had a chance to read them yet, but I'm looking forward to getting into them. So I picked up these, and I've got them all in hardback so far. I also picked up Sea of Souls. This is a graphic novel, and it's by Richard, I think you pronounce it Doek. I got into him through a book called Gutter Magic, and he's been one of my favourite writers ever since. This is a book told on a ship, but it has like a horror aspect to it. I did buy these in single editions, but I'm actually selling off a lot of my single edition comics and going more to graphic novels. And like I say, I'm a really big fan of Richard Doek, and I thought I'd better get this one to add to the collection. If you haven't read it, Sea of Souls, it's on Image Comics now. Sorry, IDW, not Image. available now to pick up. Really, really good book. And then the other one is that I picked up. The other comic I picked up this month is Beat Noir. This is by Mad Robot Comics. They are local to me and they do all their things through Kickstarter. This is Clemson is the writer on this, and I believe he does some of the artwork as well. I could be wrong on that. He did Star Bastard, which was another comic that came out from IDW. I think it was IDW. It was it might have been Top Cow. I can't remember. He did a comic called Star Bastard, which started off as a Kickstarter comic, and then moved over to being actually produced by one of the comic companies. But I picked these up. The new one is part 3, but because of the level I sponsored them at Kickstarter, I got 1 and 2 as well, and I got a nice little print. So anything Mad Robot Comics do, I try and to help them out as they're local to me. And this is my latest pickup from them via Kickstarter. So now on to the things that people are probably here, if they're here at all, to talk about, and that is toys. I'll start off with a McFarlane, and this was a special offer I picked up. I saw it in my local comic book shop, really liked it, and it was more. It's one of their bigger figures, so it's slightly more expensive, and I was on the fence, and then I saw it on special offer from Sona Toys, so I picked it up, and this is the Swamp Thing, and this thing is huge, and it looks brilliant. The details on this McFarlane, I've kind of fallen a little bit out of love with their standard 7-inch range, but the big stuff they do is brilliant. Their King Shark was one of the figures of the year for me last year, and this thing is absolutely beautiful. I don't know if you'll be able to pick this up, but it's got all the leaf details on the back. His face is really nicely sculpted. The articulation's not great. It's McFarlane. He's got this weird kind of rubber dress around his midriff to hide the joints, I think. And mine was actually stuck in the leg, and I had to warm it up a little bit and manipulate it a bit to get it out. But the figure itself, once you've got it posed up and on the shelf, looks intimidating and looks fantastic. Okay, next up is a line I wasn't going to get into. I've already opened it up and taken it out of the box, but this is the Power Rangers Lightning Collection, and this is the Turtles crossover. I'm not going all in on this, but I'm a sucker for a villain, and my favourite villain, one of my favourite villains, is the Shredder, and this is the Shredder if he had morphed using the Green Ranger's morpher. And this figure's so much fun. He has a cloth cape and it's all torn up and shredded. I didn't mean that, but you know what I mean. I like the effects on the claws, and he just overall, it's just a fun figure to have. I've got the shredders from NECA as well. And this guy, I wanted him for the collection. He looks different, and it's just the articulation's good. It's Hasbro. You can get him into some fun poses, and I like the really like the effects, and the color palette's quite nice as well. Unusual to see Shredder with obviously the green and gold, but it's quite obvious who it is. And yeah, this was a nice little figure. Like I say, this is one I wasn't expecting to get this month, and then I got the release email through. So yeah, that's the Shredder from the Turtles crossover. Next up is another special offer that I picked up, and it's the Masters of the Universe Revelation Mossman. I've been picking these up slowly, either characters I really like or waiting until they're on special offer. I picked up another one on special offer, but that won't be here until later this week, so that'll be going into next month's haul. This is quite dark, so I don't know if you can really see that, but it is the Mossman. I haven't got around to opening him yet. Literally came in, I opened the box, saw what it was, put it in the pile, haven't got around to touching it again since. So I haven't really got many thoughts on this character just yet, but it's the Mossman from the Revelations comic. Next up is Transformers, and I've picked up a couple of Transformers this month. It's been a while since I've picked up a Transformer. This one I blame another YouTuber for. This is the Kingdom Rodimus Prime. I haven't opened this yet. got a really big chunky box and it feels quite heavy. Cincy Nerd is to blame for this. He put this in his top 10 figures of the year. I've got the standard hot rod, saw his review of this and thought, I've got to pick this one up as well. Got this one on a really good deal as well. Paid half of what it was originally up for retail. But just haven't got around to opening him yet. Looking forward to getting him open and onto my shelf. So that's the Transformers Kingdom Rodimus Prime. And the other ones I've picked up is one of them, Studio Series 86. I've already opened this one up, so he's here in front of me to show you. And this is the 86 movie Perceptor. I had great fun with this one. I ordered it, it got lost in the post, and then I had to buy it again. I did get refunded for it though, which is quite nice. This is obviously the Microscope Transformer Autobot. Really, really good face sculpt, really clean face sculpt on this one. These Transformers, the articulation isn't always great because it's hindered by the transforming feature, but I'm really enjoying this 86 line. They look fantastic, and this is Perceptor. And the next one I picked up is also from the 86 movie, but it's in the Kingdom packaging, and it's going to be re-released in the Legacy packaging, and this is Sound Blaster. Sorry, not Sound Blaster, it's just Blaster, isn't it? And he comes with eject as well. And for me, this is one of the best Transformers I've picked up in a long time. This figure feels chunky, feels weighty, feels solid. He's got the spring-loaded cassette deck, so you can keep eject inside. And I really, really like this figure. I've got him stood next to Soundwave on the shelf, and for me, like I say, one of the best Transformers figures in the last year or two. Just the detail and the feel of quality on this one. Like I say, some of the articulation's hindered because it's a Transformer and it needs to be able to transform. This one transforms into a cassette deck, but really, really happy to have picked this one up. And that leaves me with two figures for this month. These are both Masters of the Universe Origins figures. And this is the Flying Fist He-Man. I haven't opened this yet. I'm deciding if I'm going to open it because I've already got the Battle Armor He-Man and the Standard He-Man. But I haven't really got anywhere to leave it on card either. So I'm thinking I probably will get around to opening it eventually. And the vac pack on the chest just looks brilliant. It's all vac metal. So that's the Flying Fist He-Man. Again, this is another one I wasn't expecting in this month. It said that it would be here in March, and it turned up about 2-3 weeks early. And the other one that turned up that I wasn't expecting is the Terraclaw Skeletor, again with that sort of vac metal kind of chest plate. This one, the box is a bit torn up, unfortunately. I got both of these from Amazon. And this one I will open up because the box is all shredded. So I probably will open up the He-Man as well. But these are my childhood, these versions of He-Man. So I keep picking them up. I keep thinking, do I need Revelations and do I need Origins? But I'm suckered into both lines at the moment. So they are the last two pickups of this month. And this has been, like I say, a bigger month than I was expecting. I'm not sure that next month will be as big as this one. I already have two figures on the way, which will be in my March haul. But the films and the figures seem to be a little bit less on the releasing side this month coming up. So next month, it might be that I have to put them both into one video to be able to fill out a video. We'll see, because I didn't think that was going to be the case this month either. But again, if you've come along for the journey with me to look at toys, to look at movies over my last couple of videos, I have some ideas for some other videos. Work's been getting in the way and I haven't had a chance to get filmed what I wanted to get filmed. But if you want to check out some more stuff that I'm putting out, or check out some of my older stuff, please like, subscribe, hit the little bell so you're notified when I upload. I'll try and get some more videos out this month. I currently have some time off next week, so I'm hoping to get some videos that I've had planned for a while up. But if not, I will definitely be back at the end of next month with my haul videos. So thanks once again. It's been great having you here, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Goodbye.